there, it's Jo Wright for Devolution. I'm so excited to be talking to Ronnie from Those Damn Crows and Henry the Labrador would be joining
Hey,
in on a very
Henry.
crunchy sofa. So
Oh,
apologies
Dave
for the
would have loved
interruption.
this interview. Yeah, Dave would have loved this.
This is professional, isn't it? Ronnie, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Yourself, Joe?
And so you're on tour at the minute.
Yes, currently in Lincoln, and it's a beautiful day, so it's lovely.
Oh, because I'm coming to see you later on,
Oh,
which is
lush, that's amazing.
really so excited, honestly. It's about an hour away from us. And we don't get, yeah, I'm finding that now that the live bands that are coming around this area, so Nottingham, Norwich, Lincoln, it's just astounding.
Yes, yeah. We've never been here, if I'm honest. So this is our first time, which is amazing. We can't wait. The venue looks awesome.
Yeah, because you've been touring and the more grassroots venues, the lesser
Yeah.
visited venues and places. How did that come about?
Yeah, I mean, some of them we have played before. We've supported other bands, and then some of them we've never, whether it be location wise or venue wise, we've never played them before. So I think the idea was to kind of stir up a buzz ready for the album release. A lot of people, we hadn't played the UK for a while because we've been busy over in Europe, and then we did the amazing arena show in December.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people were just shouting out for it. Oh, that's it. You'll never see him in a small venue again. And it'd be lovely to see him in a small venue. And yeah, it was kind of an idea created to drum up the album, get close to the fans, and strip everything back. No frills. There's no pyros. There's um, no sparks. No
No,
razzle dazzle. It's just like us and the crowd. So yeah.
do you enjoy that?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's something we did for years. So, um, yeah, it's been interesting revisiting it because we've been very spoilt lately, especially some of the stages we've been honored to play, like whether we were out in Germany in the
Yeah.
summer, and I think we played to over 250,000 over the one tour, which was it was magnificent. But they were like very scenic, very special venues, and we'd be like there for say 2 to 3 days at a time. So they were sold out shows.
Yeah.
And then we've obviously been doing loads of stuff with Takeda lately. So that was in Germany and Sweden. So yeah, it's just been adjusting from that. A lot of people were like, "Oh, are the Crows ready for arenas and big stages?"
Yeah.
And now we've been playing them loads. It's
Yeah.
almost been adjusting to play back to venues where we can just about get the back line on, to be honest, which has been fun. But no, it's been a laugh between me and the boys. It's been great banter at the shows with the Crow family.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's been some very hot and sweaty gigs so far.
You
So
have a
yeah,
lovely
tons.
Crow family as well, don't you? Social media. You have a lovely fan
Yeah,
following. Really
yes.
family.
Oh, the support is just unreal. Yeah, it's just something we've worked hard on connecting from day one, really. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I
mean,
mean?
you are a lot of
So
people's ride or die band, I think, as well. If you're a Crow fan, you're a Crow
yeah,
fan
I
for
mean,
life, it seems.
yeah, well, I hope so. I mean, that's just something that we're the same with some of the bands that we grew up with.
Oh, who are
Um,
they?
Whether it be like Iron Maiden, Foo Fighters,
Yeah,
Nirvana, Queen, but like especially like say for example, Iron Maiden,
yeah,
their fan base is just
yeah,
so loyal. So I think from the early days when we were doing gigs up in London, and then a few Iron Maiden fans started turning up to our shows, and
yeah,
we were like, respect and all of that, like,
yeah.
because they are the fans that will get tattooed. They will like they're just like so loyal to the band, and I think that's really important that we're as loyal to our fans as they are to us as well. It's a really good relationship, hence why the Crow family,
Absolutely. And also, you're doing in-store shows next month, which is again a
yeah,
chance to get close to people.
yeah, busy boys. I
Yeah,
think we finished this. We're home for a couple of days, do our washing, and straight back out on the road. And I think that was the kind of plan to this next couple of months, especially leading up to the record,
Yeah,
is to get as close as we can to the fans. Because we could
lovely.
have done it on a couple of these venues, really, where we could have maybe revisited the merch table, but then it defeats the object of everybody who's coming to the record stores. So
Yeah,
it's going to be really cool because we're not doing our sets or whatever, or there's not as much strain on Shane's vocals. Um, Especially with some of these gigs with the sound and stuff. So it's nice to just sit down and have a chat and sign stuff. And yeah, it's going to be cool. And we're doing like a live crowdcast as well, where we were supposed to do it and download, and there was a bit of a technical issue, but it's kind of cool now because we're doing it. It won't be part of a festival; it'll be our own thing. So,
yes,
yet again, we could do some live shenanigans and interact with the fans that are turning up.
shenanigans. What about? I feel like, as I'll be honest, I'm 45 on Monday. And so I remember the 90s really well. I remember when the Welsh music scene absolutely exploded. So you got Mannix, Catatonia, right, Stereophonics, bloody hell, I could keep going. I feel like there's a resurgence now. It's happening again. Big Selves, King Kraken, Florence Black, Paxson, Skindred. Do you kind of feel that, that once again, the Welsh music scene is just absolutely banging?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us kind of grew up in it as well, and yeah, we were part of it, or it was an interesting time, especially Mannix, like when they with Generation Terrorists, that was a bit, I didn't catch on to that at the time, but then I went and revisited it. But
Yeah,
Stereophonics, we were there for that when that blew up. They went from playing their local to doing showcases, and then bang. Then you got Funeral for a Friend, Bullet for My Valentine, Skin
yeah, of course.
Dread. So yeah, there was like a massive explosion. And yeah, you're right. We took a dip for years.
Yeah.
I think people started looking elsewhere, other territories and stuff. But I don't think it's ever. I think that's the beautiful thing about Wales is there's so much talent there. We're a very small country, but I don't think bands have ever stopped
Mm.
producing quality.
Yeah.
I just think people stop looking over the bridge.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
which is
absolutely.
fair enough. That's my honest opinion. I just for years, like Florence Black, they've been going for bloody hell for years. But only now they're really getting the
Yeah.
recognition, you know what I mean? So Skin Dread, 20 years, only
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
so many new fans now, so but I think it's a new era now because there's obviously the internet. I mean, as much good as the internet is,
Yeah.
it's also the opposite, so it does get your band out to a bigger reach.
Absolutely. When let's go towards your name. Where does the inflection go? Is it those damn crows? Is it those damn crows? Where does that make sense? Because I heard
Um,
that the name came from one of your dads getting cross with the birds in the garden, and then it's those damn crows again.
yeah, it
Is
was my
that right?
dad. Yeah, it was my dad. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Wiki
Yeah, we
didn't
were
lie to me
just,
this time then.
yeah, no, I didn't like. Yeah, we were just looking for band names at the time, and there's a lot of names on the list and stuff. And I went to see my dad, and he was quite an elderly man, so you can kind of picture that. And I just watched him go out in the garden because he used to feed the birds and stuff, and crows landed, and he just said, "Those damn crows." And I found it really funny. So I went home, wrote a little bit of a demo on a guitar, and sent
Yeah.
it to the boys as a song idea.
Oh, okay.
And then I think Lloyd or someone picked up on it, and it is what it is now.
Yeah.
So it was originally just like a really rough idea for a song that happened to become a band name. So
Awesome.
I think Shane says it many times, we were really hard thinking about the band name and blah blah blah. And as it is like with Foo Fighters and other bands, those damn crows, you make it what it is, So
Absolutely.
I think early days when we named the band Those Damn Crows, there was a few in the industry that wasn't sure about it. Um, and then there was a few in the industry who absolutely loved it. So, it's always the same with the band name, isn't it? You think,
Would
oh,
you?
where did they
Yeah.
get that from? Or how did they do that? But yeah, Those Damn Crows was just a happy accident where like I said, the old man was just going off on one day on the birds, like out in the garden.
Lovely. It's lovely though, isn't it? Really, he's just going off on one. I am cursed out the co-op this morning, that damn co-op, because it was shut and I wanted some Pringles. You know what I mean?
See, we could have been called those damn
That damn co-op.
co-ops.
All
You know what I
those
mean?
damn
So
kids, because literally the cargo
yeah,
shop comes in the morning. Next day, I've got to go to bloody Lidl's because I've eaten it all. But hey, no, those damn kids.
yeah,
Are you still happy with the name? Does that make sense? You know what I
yeah.
mean? So, is God Shaped Hole your fourth album?
Oh, I love it because I mean, this is just me personally, but
Yeah,
I feel like it's an identity.
yeah.
The crows, the just crows.
Amazing.
There's not, but yeah, it just feels like you're part of a movement, you're part of a community, you're part of a family.
Yes.
So yeah, I really, it's like, you know, we've got this like new hoodie and stuff now, which is quite a military look to it. We were on about feathers. It's almost like five feathers and stuff, and
Yeah.
so there's just it's just I think we really resonate with the name and everything that kind of that goes with it. I think when Shane came up with the idea for the first record, I just remember I wasn't with him, but I remember like I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
When you called it Murder and the Motive,
Yeah. It's nice.
because of obviously,
Yeah.
it was just because
Yeah.
like obviously murder and
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
and then we had a motive. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, so it was like really class to put the two together. And then I realized, well, yeah, there's more than you can just do with like birds, like, do you know what I mean? But we've always tried
Also,
to keep it around.
people are also getting crows tattooed on them as well,
Yeah,
along with your
yeah.
lyrics. How does it feel to have band's lyrics actually on someone's skin forever?
Well, it's lush. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Um, that's what you want as a band, like, do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I've got so much tattooed on me. It's just mad. I've even got like a minion and stuff, like, do you know what I mean? So I bet the guy who drew the first minion didn't expect people to have them tattooed on him, like, do you know what I mean? So, and I got like wrestling stuff and
Yeah.
random
Yeah.
stuff tattooed on me, like, do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's really, really super special that
Yeah.
we mean that much to him. And obviously Shane connects with a lot of people with his lyrics.
Yes.
So yeah, I just think it's amazing. It's
Mm.
amazing. No matter how much of a down day you can have being in a band,
Yeah.
because it's all like glorious and it looks like we're amazing and blah blah blah. But you do get your down days, and then you see a post off somebody and you're like, wow, that's
Yeah.
that's incredible. Like,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
think that's what it means, really. That's the essence. When you
Uh,
just see like your band name or a crow and
yeah.
people are really taking it on, like I said
Yeah.
to you, like part of
Yeah.
a family. Like, so
Absolutely. Tell me a bit about God Shaped Hole. The cover, every song is represented on the cover with the art.
yeah. I
Every
mean, it's
single song is an entity in itself.
yeah, it's heavily inspired by the 90s. Bands used to have really cool artwork like Smashing Pumpkins
Yeah.
and whether it be Nirvana or whether it be um, Soundgarden,
Yeah.
Pearl Jam, Green Day, Ducky. These
Yeah.
are all bands that we were kind of like talking about that
Yeah.
have busy artwork and
Yeah,
there's
that's a
like
great way of putting
multiple
it. Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So it probably makes sense to you. And then it was like, it'd be cool to have all different elements, but
Yeah.
random as well. Like, and then obviously God shaped hole and Shane's explained the meaning of that. And then it was the whole, well, how do we link all of this? And there's like a dream world and there's there's
Mm.
there's different universes and there's this, yeah, it's just really cool. And
Yeah.
and I get a real buzz out of that personally because it's easy just to kind of put one image on an album and that can mean whatever, and we've done that. But
Yes.
like to
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
all these tokens,
Yes.
and I think it was cool as we were releasing the singles. Obviously, like bits of the artwork were being revealed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so so it's that
Like a
whole because
catchphrase.
like
Well,
basically, yeah,
like
yeah.
when you hit the square, like, a little bit.
No, I
Again,
get it.
showing
Can
my
you guess
age.
what it is? Can you guess what it is yet? It's good, but it's
Chips.
not good enough.
I'm talking the Roy Walker days now,
Uh,
not the Stephen, whatever his name is.
oh yeah, yeah, they're my days as well. It's good, but it's not good enough. There we go.
It's
Um,
good. It's good, but it's not right.
that's it. That's
Is that
it.
the one?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh God,
Um,
tell me, because obviously the oh, I've got so much I need to ask you. I want to ask you. Okay, how do you decide what to play live? Because you've got so each pretty much all of your songs will carry
oh,
live. Obviously,
don't.
you tour in God-shaped holes, so that would be
Yeah.
lead.
It's a
But
dilemma.
how on earth?
It's a dilemma. It's I'm not gonna lie, because oh my God, yeah, it's just yeah, it's just always a challenge of, the arena, even the arena, we played for nearly 2 hours,
Yeah,
and there was still songs that people were like, why didn't you play The Fighter? Why didn't you play Behind These Walls? Why didn't you play, you know what I mean?
yeah, I do.
So we
Yeah,
have talked about it. Yeah, we're gonna have to try and like do something in the future of like trying to tick all the boxes. Because it's hard, like you're trying to promote a new record.
yeah,
We haven't played all the songs off the new record on this tour currently.
yeah,
But I think everybody's caught on to the fact of, it's not called the God Shaped Hole tour, or
yeah,
it's an underplay really. So it's just to kind of stir up a buzz. So then we'll probably play more new songs on the next tour, which
yeah,
then means what do you leave off? So it's a really interesting process of trying to like make a show and take everyone on a journey through the
yeah,
show,
yeah,
but keep everybody happy and keep the band, stimulated and like, oh yeah, can't wait to play this one, like So
yeah. What about? Is there going to be another tour next year? It's not this year. Is it?
yes, yes,
It just
loads
seems a
more.
logical progression. Is all. It just
Yeah, I
seems the
think
logical thing to do.
it's kind of like yeah, it's been like a bit of banter on stage. I mean, you come in later, so I'm sure Shane will maybe hint at something. But yeah, it's been one of those where people are going, "Well, that can't be it."
It's going to
You know
make
what I mean?
mess.
It's like, well, yeah. I mean, we haven't got, we haven't themed it around God Shaped Hole, like, do you know what I mean? So because
Okay,
the
yeah.
album's not out, so I
Okay,
think the
yeah, good.
whole I think the whole point of doing this tour was just the fact of we haven't played the UK properly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Someone said to me that whether it's a fact or not, it was like before the arena show was like nearly 18 months, which I didn't even realize that. We've been so busy in Europe
Yeah,
that
yeah,
the only things we've really done is like Download Festival, which was
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And then we did Wembley with ZZ Top, but we haven't done a Those Damn Crows headline tour since Takedown.
Wow.
So it's been a while. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been a while. So I think it was just to get back out there. Like I said, drum up everything
Yeah,
positive about
yeah,
this new record. Um, a lot of people are annoyed they can't get tickets. Like tonight, it's completely sold out. I think I put a post up last night, and the boys have done the same way. There's literally a handful of tickets being re-released for Morecambe, and
yeah,
that's it. So that's
yeah.
your only chance to see us on this run, which
Oh,
means obviously we're hoping then there's, people will be quicker next time there's
yeah,
a tour announced.
yeah. It's really good that you know what being in the band isn't just being in the band now. It is marketing, it is merchandise, it is
Yeah,
you are your brand as well. As a human being, it's hard.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's everything. I think the era we live in at the moment, it's the social media,
yeah.
it's just everything. So you literally can't just be a band, like, do you know what I mean? So we
Oh,
kind
it's
of got on that.
endless.
We were super savvy over COVID, where
Yes.
um there was some industry shutting down because they were like,
Yeah.
there's nothing we can do. There
Yeah.
was a lot of bands that went on I hate
Yeah.
this, so I can't say
Yeah.
the word, sorry.
That's fine.
Um they kind of went on little bit of a shutdown, and we were constantly in the background thinking, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? And
Yeah.
hence we did Crowcast, and then we got other
Yeah.
people on to Crowcast. So and kind of built that, and that's where we give away a lot about our homes, our family.
Yeah.
It was really a behind the curtain kind of like, rather than just being like, here's a promo of the band, or we're selling this, or you
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? It
Yeah.
was it was more just of a hangout. I mean, Christ, I think a few of the shows we had a bit too much to drink, like, so yeah,
But you're music
bit
fans as
naughty.
well. You know what you would want to hear or what you would want your favorite band to do. And
Yeah,
and you give your fans yeah, that experience what you would like. I think it's lovely. It's lovely that artists do that now. You know,
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot out there as well who are quite in touch with the way things are changing, and you're just having to think outside the box all the time. You know, same like this tour. Like I said, we've dressed it down. We've
yeah,
it's a bit no frills, but then other tours we go into the production more and just try and give everybody a bit more bang for their buck, like and a bit more of an experience. But still keep that connection there because that's
yeah.
what kind of has
That's
helped get
yeah,
us where we are,
yeah, absolutely. Who do you listen to? Because those damn crows, I think for a lot of people, pick them up. You can be in a bad place, a hard place, a bad day, and you've got a song to pick them up. Do you listen to crows to pick yourself up? Do you have anything you go to? Are you blessed that you don't get low?
Um, I listen to a lot of podcasts, to be honest, personally. So I listen to, everything wrestling, whether it be Joe Rogan, whether it be, yeah. So I listen to a lot of podcasts because it kind of takes me away from
Yeah,
everything. So, and, like Jim Cornette, Busted Open, um, yeah, just a lot of just other people talking, just kind of
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, do you know what I mean? Just kind of like, and I watch a lot of online stuff, whether it be like Stick to Football or, um, yeah, Gary Lineker, just stuff that kind of
yeah,
takes you away
yeah,
from where you are, So,
yeah,
yeah, m music wise, like I kind of, I either go on random days or I go backwards and I listen to stuff like, when I grow up, like whether it be Alice in Chains or I might go down like the punk rock and listen to Lagwagon or
yeah,
No Effects or Antino
yeah,
Elite
yeah,
or I might listen to something more current,
yeah.
and listen to a new band and just put on like a new rock playlist and see if there's anything on there. And
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah. Isn't
but
that the joy of
yeah,
Spotify? I know Spotify could do
yeah,
better, but my word, you can just get lost in a wormhole. Whatever you want to
yeah.
listen to, it's
Oh,
just
they could, yeah, they
uh,
could definitely like. I mean, if anyone was listening from Spotify, they could definitely put some more money back in the artist's pockets because it would help us survive. Because,
absolutely.
20 years ago, we'd be sitting on far more than we are now, and that is due to Spotify and
Yeah,
Apple Music and stuff like that. But on the other side of it, which is quite a positive side, is your reach is bigger and far more people can discover your music. So yeah, there's arguments, for and against, do you know what I mean? So if they
yeah,
showed us the money, then it'd be a super positive place.
yeah, absolutely. I feel like if people were paid fairly in the world, much better place. You
Yeah,
know,
especially because it's
pay
art,
people
isn't
well.
it? And without the bands, there's no fans, and without no fans, there's no money, which
And without
means that
music, there's no music. And what is life without music? Life's pretty
absolutely
pretty
that.
sucky
See,
without
pretty
music.
dark,
Can you
pretty
imagine?
dark place.
What would you be doing if you weren't in those damn crows?
Oh, it's a fantastic question.
That was King
Um,
Kraken that taught me to ask that.
Did they ask that, did they?
They
Oh,
said,
wow.
"What would you like me to ask you?" And they said, "Ask us what we'd be doing." And, the
Um,
answer was so funny, I snorted with laughter.
I don't know. I think it changes. I mean, I used to have my own business, but I was
Oh, what did you
kind of
do?
like at a tattoo studio.
That makes
But
sense.
I never tattooed. I always used to kind of run it, or I tried to run it like, when you do a band. So it was almost like the tattoo artist that looked at it, and then it would be like, right, we'll go and travel and we'll do shows and because they had conventions and stuff. But
Yes.
it was never really my world. So I kind of worked that out, and it was a bit like an intruder. And music was always my passion. So to be absolutely honest, since 14 years of age, this is all I've ever wanted to do. I told teachers I was going to do it. I
Yeah,
told my
good. Yeah.
parents I was
Yeah.
going to do it. I went through all the breakdowns, the highs, the lows,
Yeah.
bands falling apart, singers leaving, guitarists, whatever. Um, so I can't really think of anything else I would want to do. And like I said to you, I literally give up a very successful business
Yeah.
where because I was just like my head was so split on like my love
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then money, just money. And it was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, my love, the love is more, you get one
That's
life.
lovely. Good for
Yeah,
you.
you get one life. And, I had good people around me at the time. My
That's,
wife was massively like supportive and
that's what you need.
she guided me the right way
That's
and she
lovely.
like talked a lot of sense. And Shane, um, and Shane and my best mate Shed, they were like literally they were like very the right stuff. They were telling me the right stuff.
Yeah,
They never told me stuff that I wanted to hear. They were telling me stuff that I don't know, it just motivated me and put me in a better place. And
yeah,
when I made the decision to switch,
yeah.
I've never looked back. And
That's lovely.
I have
That's
no
so lovely.
regrets.
That's a
Yeah, it
lovely. Oh, I'm
is.
so pleased I answered that question. Just quickly, so
Yeah, I
do you
think
have a favourite track of God-Shaped Hole?
that changes every day. And I think I said the same on the last album. I
Yeah,
think anyone who buys this record
yeah,
is not just buying um it's just like a playlist. So I think there's a song for a different
yeah,
day. So, for
yeah,
example, the other day I just constantly played No Surrender. I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like, I
yeah,
think it could be a massive, whether it be a sports event or a wrestling. I go back to wrestling. I think it could be a PLE or I just see it like it's mega. It's a mega track. And then the
yeah.
Night Train.
Yes.
I cannot wait to perform that song. I
Mm.
can't wait. But then I love at the moment jamming, dreaming with the boys.
Yes, yeah,
There's parts of that song
yeah,
which just makes me smile and
yeah.
it just
I think
feels very American.
the night train's like a bit of a lullaby. I don't think that fans will necessarily expect it. It's quite
Yeah, I think it's
good.
so
Right.
different to
Yeah,
what we've done, but so enjoyable as a band.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
I personally love. It's so different, like the approach, the drumming. It's
yeah.
just it's a nice vibe.
Mm,
And then yeah, Glass Art.
yeah.
We're playing these on the road now, and it's very pop punk and stuff
Yeah,
that I grew up with.
yeah,
And then there's other stuff on there like Dancing with the Enemy, which I can't wait to play. And it's
yeah,
just honestly, it changes. Like, and I
yeah.
think that's really exciting being in a band rather than like all the tracks are very similar. Like, you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of layers to the record. Like,
There's a
and
lot of progression and evolution as well. I get a bit of a symphonic metal going on, just a tiny bit of orchestral. You know,
yeah,
you could get away with doing Sin on Skin like a million times, I feel, but you don't do it. You push yourselves, you move it, but you're always true. You know when you're hearing those damn crows. Does that make sense?
yeah, and like. Well, I know like myself and Shane, I think Lloyd's the same. I think Dave, we 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 love orchestral music as well.
Yeah.
Like, I like going to watch shows.
Yes.
And I grew up with a dad who was a drummer
Oh,
in a
nice.
pit with like 20 plus musicians.
Yeah.
So you would feel that energy and
Yeah.
you would
Yeah.
hear them
Yeah.
warming up, just like literally you would just hear them warming up and it would be like, oof, here we go. And you'd have the
Yeah.
goosebumps and
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. Little
so
tears start freaking. Yeah.
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 So I
Okay.
think like if you can put touches of that throughout your music, we're a different band on record. I've said this loads of times. I think when you come and watch us live, we're a
Yeah.
completely different band to record.
Yeah.
So I think you get both experiences. So for the music lovers who just sit there like listening to a record,
Yeah.
you're gonna appreciate a lot there. And then when you come and watch us live, you get a different element as well, like, so
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so. My husband's coming in. He's an accountant, and I feel like he's expecting five crows on stage, just going. Wah, wah, wah. He's
you
either going
said
to
that
be
with such an
thrilled or like,
you said that with such an exactful tone. He's an accountant. It's like, yes,
very sensible.
very. Do you know, I haven't met an out there accountant yet. Like that's the truth. Yeah. I've met many accountants, but they're all very sensible. That's a good way of wording it. So yeah.
Yeah, so
You
I
crack a
want.
joke. It's one of those you crack a joke and they don't quite know what to do with it, do they? Like, do you
They
know what I
take it
mean? So
literally. So, no, I didn't
yeah.
mean give you a read. Oh God, tell me a joke. Tell me a joke, Ronnie, then I'll tell you one.
Me tell you a joke.
Yeah, go on. I've got a good one. I'll mess it up. Do you want me to go first?
You go first. Go on.
God, I'm going to really mess it up. So, when you're making your curry for your tea, how do you know if your red hot chili pepper is the correct weight?
I don't know.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Beat that.
I can't top. I can't top that. Can't top that. I can't top that. I
See, if
listen
I
to a
told my
lot of
husband that, he'd be like, well, I don't put red hot chili peppers in a curry, do I? I put curry. But no, Pete, never mind. Should we
yeah,
leave it
but
there?
what he secretly does is he goes into another room and he absolutely lets go, I reckon. Do you know what I mean? He puts something like Prodigy on, or you know what I mean, something really heavy, and he's laughing his head off, like, and then he walks back out and he's all, yeah, yes.
Spreadsheet. Right, it's been so lovely talking to you.